Hey guys, Coach Amelia Adair here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good, feeling good, okay? Because yes, I'm feeling good. It's been a great week. Happy Black History Month. In case you ain't know, yes, it's Black History Month. So I am doing a little promo on my page where I am just supporting any business you got. Tag it, because I don't know you exist. I don't know you out there, and some people, you want to reach everywhere you want to reach. So if you want to reach people on my page, drop a comment under that post and get you some following. And so on, being nosy. Um, so yes, let's talk about today's topic. Today's topic is coming out of your shell. Okay, are you? Who is this because I be everywhere. I be like, huh, who, what? I need to learn about my business. Anyway, so yes, guys, coming out of your shell. Are you someone that's shy? A little scared to take a couple leaps, you know what I'm saying, or scared to go for it because you shy. When people come around, you're like, you get anxiety, and that's a real social anxiety is real. For those who don't understand, okay, let me tell y'all, I used to have social anxiety really bad, and I still kind of deal with it, so like depending on the atmosphere. But one thing that I do, that I tell myself, is like, it's okay. These are people just like you. You know what I'm saying? No one could judge you. Like, I just give myself little positive affirmations, because I think when I used to get really, really bad social anxiety, I would just feel like everyone's looking at me. I would just feel like, I don't know. I mean, sometimes people do be looking at me because my hair be looking nice. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to remind myself that too. Like, don't get nervous if someone is staring at you or looking at you, because although you don't know what they're thinking, it doesn't really matter what they're thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to love yourself. So once you start to love yourself, believe it or not, that anxiety goes down a little bit. And I didn't really want to talk about anxiety because, that's a whole nother topic. But I know that being such a shy person, that, it can relate to anxiety sometimes. So definitely not trying to speak on anxiety for everyone else. Let me just clarify that. I'm just talking about my personal experiences being shy. And hold on, let that go by. Of course, it always want to be sounds. Okay. Yeah, so when you trying to just break out of that shell, that anxiety often blocks, it gets in your way. If you shy, you know what I'm talking about. You be sitting there like, you know what I'm saying? You be trying to breathe. You be trying to, like, get it together. So, excuse me. Definitely, if you're shy and you have anxiety, do some research on anxiety, and don't ignore that issue, because it's something that, you can get through. It's not like just who you are. A lot of times we find out we have an issue, we find out we have anxiety or depression or whatever it is, and then we just start to live among those means. Like, we just start to just use it as a label to label who we are. And yes, you could get through those things. That's maybe who you are right now, but that doesn't mean like that's who you have to be, like, and that goes with anything. That's like, I was raised in a single parent home, or I don't know, whatever it is that you've labeled yourself over the years. Don't live up to all of those labels, because a lot of times when you start to live up to all of those labels, you kind of put yourself into a box. And when you put yourself into your box, you kind of limit your growth. You it's like if you was to plant a plant, right? If you had a little tiny plant, and if you was to literally put that plant into the box, it'll start to struggle. It'll start to struggle to try to grow, because it doesn't have any room. So a lot of times when you put yourself into a box, you will definitely limit your growth. So try to understand certain, characteristics that you may have, but don't let them limit who you are, because if you do, we never get to see you. And I want to see some greatness, okay? I be so excited when my clients call me or follow up with me about how, they took the advice and they were able to, start this and do that. And I just be so happy because it's like, I'm happy for you. That's what the world needs. The world needs more people to come out of their shell and just be who they are and, live a good, happy life. So I do get excited when my clients are calling me back and telling me all the great news. And I'm just like, oh my God, I feel so proud, proud coach. So that's why a lot of times, y'all, sometimes I'll be like, a lot of times I'll be so excited is because I get great feedback, and so I'm just happy to know that I was able to make a difference within that person, because then I know that that person is going to then make a difference with somebody else. You see the domino effect? You see what I'm saying? Now that person could go and enjoy their life and build a family off of more positivity and just spread more love into the world, because believe it or not, yes, we are going through a pandemic, but we're also going through a lot of other things. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say them all, but there's a lot of things happening in this world, as we know, and we have to start with ourselves. We can't go around pointing a finger here, judging this person here, doing this here, doing that there, and we're not working on ourselves. And even me as a life coach, I always tell my clients, listen, I'm not perfect. But let me tell you, I always try to work on myself, not to be perfect, just so that I'm not offending other people. I'm not hurting other people. I'm not, causing any more problems than the world already have. You get what I'm saying? So that's where it all stems from. So if you are someone that feels like they can improve. Never feel like, oh, I'm done. When you feel like you done, it's like, okay, done. Now what? It's just like you limit yourself again. So I enjoy removing all limits off of you got boundaries. Don't get it twisted. There's boundaries, but you never want to put limits on your goals, limits on your dreams, limits on your life, by labeling yourself and feeling shy and being scared and stuff like that. Because believe it or not, y'all looking at the shyest person in the room. Like people be like, you ain't shy. No, don't look at me. You know what I mean? Act like you don't see me. I be wanting to have a invisible cape on top of me, because I just don't want to, be, I don't want all eyes on me. It makes me nervous. You know what I'm saying? But I've broken out of that shell, and I've dealt with whatever it was that was making me feel like who. And now it's like, I don't want to be the center of attention. No, absolutely not. Y'all can have it. But I'm not going to be shy and nervous when I go into a room. I'm not going to be intimidated when I go into the room. I'm not going to feel like, I'm not going to care what someone is thinking about me when I go into the room, because believe it or not, whether you in a room or you out the room, they thinking about, they going to think what they want to think about you. Not that they think about you, because a lot of times too, we be thinking somebody thinking about us, and we be thinking this person thinking that, and we be thinking this, and we be thinking that, and stop thinking that, because ain't nobody thinking about you. Not like that. I know it sounds like, but a lot of times, like, no one's that concerned. And if someone is that concerned, it just means you're doing the right thing. It's still not a bad thing. A lot of times we like to connect, oh, they think about me, they talk about me, as if it's something bad. It's not a bad thing if someone is thinking about you, or maybe they're critiquing you. And sometimes we have to have more of an open mind and just hear what someone says. Don't absorb it and automatically think, okay, this is who I am. No, but hear different perspectives, because all those perspectives, some of them may be true to you, some things you may not be aware of, and those little, whispers could just help your growth. It could help your growth. For instance, I think it was this was maybe like This was a few years ago, but somebody was just like, they was like, you so blunt, and I'm just like, so what? Like, that's how I am. I was a little arrogant about it. And then, as I started to be around more and more different people, I started to be just a little bit more mindful that, okay, this person may be sensitive, this person is not from New York. So they're not used to that aggressive talk, you know what I'm saying? So it just helps you be more mindful, so you can choose your words differently. Sometimes we need to increase our vocabulary. A lot of times we say words that we don't even mean to say, and we hurt someone's feelings because lack of vocabulary. Sometimes we need to read better books. Sometimes we just need to read. A lot of us don't like to read because we were forced to read in grade school, read books, write about them, and a lot of times, we didn't care for that kind of stuff. So because we didn't care for that kind of stuff, and we dreaded it, and we did it, as we get older, it's like, I'm never reading again. Like, never again. I spent most of my life reading these books, and I hated this. I'm never going to read again. So now you just basically, you stomped your growth a little bit, because now you scared to pick up a book. And now I actually read more than I did then, because even before I was reading, I wasn't really comprehending. I was just skimming the back and reading the first chapter so I could just write whatever, you know what I'm saying? But now I actually take time to read the books, and it has helped me with my vocabulary. It's helped me with the way I speak. It has helped me with the way I text. It has helped me grow a little. So I'm just curious to see, okay, how much more can I grow? Like, I'm ready to be Jack and the Beanstalk. I'm growing. I'm going to read. Call me a nerd. Okay, I'm reading. And it's great for your brain. A lot of us, we're trying to do this and we're trying to do that, and we're entrepreneurs and we are ready to be millionaires and stuff like that. But we're not reading. We're not preparing our brain for millionaire. If you could barely balance the couple $1,000s you make a year now, how do you think you're going to be able to maintain millions of dollars? If you're not reading, if you're not, learning, if you're not growing, you're just trying to sell a product and think that product is going to bring you $1 million, and then you just going to be ready, set to go. No. No. You're going to be up there, how Tony Gaston say, up the creek without a paddle. That's what y'all going to be if you don't educate yourself. Don't go in full blinded and just wing it all the way through. No. We'll wing it a little. It's okay to wing a little, but we're not winging our life. You better go read a book, go to the library. You better Google free PDFs. You know what I'm saying? Everything is at the tip of your fingers. But you got to start shifting. You can't just stay how you are and then expect that bank account to keep increasing. It's just, it can happen. It can happen. But I definitely would rather be a millionaire and understand all aspects of it. I don't want to have to hire 20 different people just because I didn't want to read 2 books. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be I'm trying to get the right words so y'all could comprehend what I'm saying, because sometimes you don't understand. But for real, like, understand. I'm a fool. I don't know. I can't deal with me and my personalities. But understand, ladies and gentlemen, if you are striving for millionaire, entrepreneur, and that's the next generation is entrepreneur. The way YouTube and technology and, the way virtual life is starting to transition, because we're in like a transition field. There's going to be a lot of millionaires. There's going to be a lot of entrepreneurs. There's going to be a lot of business. I am so excited for what's to come, and I give it about 5-10 years, you know what I'm saying? 10, give or take. But It's a new evolved life that's coming. Rather you know it or you ready for it or not, baby, it's coming. So you have to be prepared. And I know back when the goal was to go to college, get this degree, work for this business, build your way up and things like that. But as time went on, and so many students started to go to college, and now they're trying to, get this American dream, and they're realizing that there's no room. Like there came a point in these businesses that's already here that there's no room. So the new people that's coming through, they're coming through with businesses. They're trying to get the business degrees. They're trying to have longevity, and because everything is so accessible, technology, people are doing research. People are getting curious. People are realizing, like, I want to make a life for myself. And now people are seeing things come into reality that those are the dreams that they're starting to chase. Going to college is still some people's dreams, don't get me wrong, but there's a good percentage of adolescents that's coming up, and they want to be on TV. They want to be on YouTube. They want to be on TikTok. Like, this is the new generation that's coming, rather you want it or not. If you look around and you go to a party and you go around kids, what are they doing? Their interest is the phones, the technology. Their interest is TikTok, YouTube, TikTok, YouTube, TikTok. So that's what their brain is developing. So by the time they hit about 21, 22, first of all, makeup and hair be on fleek. Because I be looking at these girls like, what? At 16, I just had these little wax brows and I thought I was cute. But no, these 16-year-olds got some brows on them. You know what I'm saying? So these next generation of children are not being developed to, not all of them, to go to college and get a degree and apply to a job and send out an interview. They're not trying to do that. They're used to being home. They're used to being on their phones. So in order to train those same kids to sit at interviews and sit at a desk and do this, they're going to be miserable. They're not going to want to stay there for 20 years. Hold on. Let the fire truck go by. I see it. They're not going to want to stay there for 20 years and live their life like that, And then what really makes it, a little crazy is that they're not seeing weddings. So some of them don't even know weddings. Some of them don't even know. So that's a whole nother topic. Okay, we gonna work on that. We gonna pray on that. Okay, Lord. But listen, if you are aiming for the stars and reaching for the moon and working on you, understand that not that it's the only, because a lot of y'all, it's not the only thing that's happening, but one of the main things that's happening right now is entrepreneurship. And you have to be able to break out of your shell. You have to be able to fight the anxiety, depression, and things like that, because what is going to sell your brand and sell who you are is you being you. Not you copying her, not you copying him, not you trying to imitate. No, you are going to need to be you, and you cannot be afraid to be you. And it's hard for you to be you if you don't work and build on you. Am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense. Because I'm making sense in my head, and it makes a lot of sense. So I just hope that I was able to transfer the message for you to understand that you have to start working on breaking out of your shell. You got to start working on educating yourself on entrepreneurship. You got to start your business so you can live and learn. The best way to really, perfect being a business owner is being a business owner. When you go to school, say you wanted to be a nurse or you wanted to be a teacher, and you go to internships. So start a business and treat it like your internship. I'm giving y'all some jewels. Now, if you made it this far, I know you're going to be a millionaire, baby. Okay? Because you done sat here and you done took notes and you done comprehend what I said, and you didn't take no, you ain't trying to twist my words and change it and bring it negative, because this is positivity. This is growth. This is information, $1 million information given to you. Free. So yes, just take it down and understand that you got this, but you gonna have to do some work. You're not gonna just sit down and wait for it to rain and hope it rains. No, you gonna have to do some work. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. The Lord is left. Coach Amelia Adair here. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye for now.